let's get the latest update from Beirut on the ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestine. SABC News correspondent Mia Alberti joins us live. Mia, good afternoon. From your vantage point, perhaps you could bring us the latest. What is transpiring on your end as we speak?
Yes, well, things are calm for now in the southern Lebanese border with Israel overnight, and this morning we haven't seen any new conflicts. We got a statement from Hezbollah saying that they were just carrying out cleaning operations next to the villages that were raided by Israeli forces in the past few days, rebuilding some houses. We're seeing some residents return to their houses, or some of them continue to flee. We're still living in a bit of a question mark at the moment about what could happen, but it seems like at least this break in the conflict in the south has been received well among the Lebanese. Of course, as a sigh of relief here in Beirut, life goes on as absolutely normal, even when there was a bombing in the south going on. There is no rationing in the supermarkets. We haven't received any type of sort of information about that. Of course, this is what everyone is talking about, but rather than that, life is going on as normal. Schools are closed due to the security situation, but rather than that, everything is calm for now. But of course, the United Nations, that border patrol has said that this calm that we are living is fragile. So a lot of apprehension still, seeing what could happen in the next few hours.
You allude to a calm tension that pervades the atmosphere at this point, because the question really is, how far is Israel willing to go, and how much can Hezbollah afford to intervene at this point? From where you are, obviously in Beirut, talk to us about the economic situation in Lebanon at this point. We're obviously looking at people, whether they are preparing for war, whether they're on standby. Are they queuing for bread? Are they queuing for petrol? What does the domestic implications have on the situation unfolding as we speak?
Of course, the implications are huge, even if the conflict doesn't develop any further, even if we just continue to see these minor clashes in the border and we don't see Hezbollah entering the war against Israel. We just continue to see what we have seen in the past few days, which is what we have also seen in over the years since the last conflict here ended. That will have huge economic impacts, because we're talking about a country that is dealing with a tremendous economic crisis, with 80% of the population living under the poverty line. Most qualified young people are leaving, and that includes doctors, teachers, and we have a currency that drops by day, actually by minutes. It drops, it changes. It's practically worthless against the dollar at the moment, and so even yesterday I was talking to a Lebanese man who did live through the end of the civil war and through the war in 2006, and he was saying that he's most afraid that if Lebanon does join this war, that it would take Lebanon back 100 years, because the country is already facing the economic crisis. It had COVID, it had the explosion in Beirut, and all of that has scared not only Lebanese who do want to move to a country where they can give a future to themselves and their kids, but also investors, which are a key structure of the Lebanese economy that doesn't really depend on anything else but investment from outside, doesn't really have that many imports or exports. So as I was saying, even if this conflict doesn't develop further, what is happening now, this uncertainty that we are living here, that question mark I mentioned, for investors, this is a nightmare. So for Lebanese economy, this could already have a disastrous impact to a country that was already struggling to get foreign investors to believe in the future and stability of the country.